Charles Oputa, who is a well-known entertainer and an activist who has participated in numerous protests and does not hesitate to speak his mind whenever the situation arises, is also popularly known as Chhatty Boy, and he has a bus stop in Lagos, I think along Badagry Expressway, that is named after him, to the shock and chagrin of so many Nigerians and especially Lagosians. The name was erased yesterday, and in its place, another name was given to that particular street or bus stop. And now we are hearing from Charly Boy himself. He has broken his silence. You guys would not believe what he has to say. But before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. Leave your opinions in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up. It's really important. That is the only way you can encourage us to do more on this channel. So please click on the like button. Lastly, leave your opinions in the comment section. I respond to all of my comments. Without further delay, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Veteran entertainer and human rights activist Charles Oputa, popularly known as Chhatty Boy, has reacted to the renaming of a popular Charly Boy Bus Stop in Lagos, describing the move as an attempt to erase history and silence activism. The bus stop, located along Gbagada axis, has been renamed Baddo Bus Stop in honor of rapper Olamide Adedeji, also known as Baddo. The announcement was made by the chairman of the Bariga Local Council Development Area, Olamide David, during the inauguration of newly renamed roads and landmarks within the council area. According to Alabi, the renaming initiative aims to honor notable individuals who have contributed to the growth and image of Bariga community. So Chhatty Boy has not contributed in any way to Bariga community since God knows when. That bus stop has been named Chhatty Boy. It has been popularly called Chhatty Boy. I don't know how they would now start calling it Baddo. I am very sure that most people would even refuse to start calling it Baddo because it is a bus stop that a lot of people have known, very popular bus stop along Gbagada, Bariga axis, where people go to regularly. It's a very popular bus stop in Lagos. So I don't know how people will now start calling the place Baddo instead of Chhatty Boy. I don't know. I don't understand. So they are saying that they renamed it after people who have contributed immensely to Bariga local council, which means that Chhatty Boy has not contributed in any way. I just feel like this is just a witch hunt. We all know that Chhatty Boy has spoken out on several occasions against the Tinubu and APC government in Lagos and at the federal level. He has on numerous occasions, spoken against Tinubu's government. They know that he is not in any way supporting APC. They know that he is an activist. He only stands for what is right, which is why they are just trying to shame him and remove his name, trying to rename the place Baddo Bus Stop instead of Chhatty Boy. Can you imagine? But anyway, according to Chhatty Boy, he has said that, legacy is not even based on name. It is what you have done. What are you going to be remembered for? What will people remember you for when you go? It's not just about the name. So many years down the line, generations to come, they will start asking, who is Chhatty Boy? Because they do not know him. They don't know that most people would not know him by that time. Like generations to come, they would not even know who Chhatty Boy is when the older generations are gone. People would start asking, who is Chhatty Boy? But his legacy, what he has done, like how impactful his life was when he was alive, would actually speak for him, not the name. Generations to come down the line, nobody will even know who Baddo is. A musician died of recent, and I read about it and I did not even know the person, but I'm very sure that older generations, like older people, know the musician, but I did not know him because he was not popular during my time, but probably was popular during the older people's generation. So that's what we're talking about. It is the legacy, what the person has actually done when he was alive, how impactful was his time on earth, not the name. Moving on. The announcement was made by the chairman of the Bariga Council Development Area, Olamide Adedeji, during the inauguration of newly renamed roads and landmarks within the council area. According to Alabi, the renaming initiative aims to honor notable individuals who have contributed to the growth and image of a Bariga community. Other roads and landmarks were also renamed after celebrities and public figures, including King Sunny Ade, Tony Tetuila, Nice, Arsenal footballer Bukayo Saka, and Olamide himself, who also now has a street named after him. However, Chhatty Boy, whose name had become synonymous with the now renamed bus stop for years, took to his official X account on Saturday to express his displeasure, stating that while names may change, legacies endure. He described the renaming as a symptom of fear of his decade-long defiance, resistance to oppression, and outspokenness on national issues. He said, then don't change the name of Charly Boy Bus Stop. Very interesting. But let me remind you of something simple. You can rename a place, but you cannot rename a legacy. You can replace the signboard, but you can't erase the spirit. If you definitely can't silence a voice that shook your tables for decades. This is not just about a bus stop. It's about fear. Fear of a boy who refused to bow. Fear of a man who challenged the oppressors. Fear of a man who didn't beg the system to be accepted. So what do timid people do? They change the name like it go wash away their shame. Oputa insisted that the name Charly Boy Bus Stop was not given by politicians, but by the people of Bariga and Gbagada communities, where he had long-standing influence and connection. Bariga, Gbagada, the entire Lagos knows the truth. That name Charly Boy Bus Stop was not given by politicians. It was named by the people, the same people Father fought for, worked with, and empowered. I was surprised when they said a local council chairman changed the name of streets, because normally names just come naturally in Lagos. I don't know if things has changed though. If you are the first person to build a house on a street, automatically most people would want to name the street after them. They would give the street their name. For example, if the first person that builds a house on the street, if his surname is Adebanjo, the person would want to name the street Adebanjo, and so on and so forth. People just, like, names just develop naturally. In most places in Lagos that I know of, I don't know if, it has changed, because now it seems like it is politicians that is now giving names to streets. But it wasn't like that years before now. Names just develop. It can even come out of landmarks. Probably there's a church at the bus stop. For example, people will just start calling the name CPM, Christ Embassy Bus Stop. Things like that, because the building is at the junction and it's a landmark. It's very easy for people to identify. So they just automatically, there's Mashalashi Bus Stop. There is a Yashino Bus Stop, and so on and so forth like that. It just comes naturally. I've never heard of a situation where it is now politician that will now say, okay, this street will now be called Baddo Street. That street will be called Funke Akindele Street. I don't know when they start that one. I don't know when they start that one, but the names in Lagos usually comes naturally, and I'm very sure that it's the same for every other place. The names just come. People start calling the name, and it's any name that sticks. The first name that sticks is what people will stick to and continue to call the place. Moving on, as Chhatty Boy was saying, he said, they may change the signboard, they may pretend not to remember, but let me remind them, area father no dey finish. He didn't need to sing sweet songs to be accepted. He didn't need to wear agbada to beg for titles. It's a movement. It's an institution. It's a warning. He added that his legacy is not tied to physical markers, but to the impact he has made into society. He said, so to all the small minds and timid hearts, you may change the name, but you will never kill the legacy. This name, Chhatty Boy, is carved into the history of Nigeria, written boldly in the streets of Bariga Ash into the minds of those who still dare to question authority. Legacy isn't on the signboard, it's in the hearts you changed, the voices you awakened, and the fear you planted in corrupt souls. So go ahead, change the name, but remember, you can't change the truth. You can't erase fire. Area father, no dey finish. Still here, still standing, still fighting. His legacy will outlive you all. What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section below. Before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment I have here is from Adegboyega. It says, "You have no legacy that deserves to be preserved, a closure to negative image." Wonderland says, "What legacy? What has been your contribution except talking rubbish?" Another person says, "Come home and have a street named after you. Oga, you can't be in someone's land and insist on naming a bus stop after you." Oluwafemi says, "Yes, strongly your voice where there was no voice. Reason for the change. You were already not today." Gaba says, "What have you done for your people in Imo despite their condition? This is warning signs for you. Unless you want to be a stranger in your land of Imo State, go back home before it's too late. A word is enough for the wise." Elijah says, "I can see the roots of tribalism coming up. However, yesterday year cannot be forgotten." You all, let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.